It's me back once again with another indie game. And today we're checking out the full release for Microtopia. Microtopia is a unique kind of factory automation builder where we get to manipulate the paths of our very unique looking mechanical ant creatures, gather resources, build up a factory, and continue to grow and evolve ourselves. I tried out the demo of this a few months back. It was quite interesting. I really enjoyed it. Thought I would check out the full game and let you guys in as well in case you're curious about this one yourselves. So, not quite a first impressions, but a first impressions of version number 1.0. It's available on Steam right now. You can check it out yourselves after as well. But let's dive into a new game. All right, here we are inside the world. Our little ooh, well, this is new. Oh, we can zoom out quite a bit. Okay, sorry, wasn't expecting that. We're in a bit of a microscope, so this is like tiny microscopic area where we've got some flora over here. This is what we're going to use to eat. These little yellow balls, glowing balls. We've got a variety of like little bits of metal and screws and things like that that have been left over here as well. And so the first thing we're going to do is choose a location to start. We've got some tutorialization over the top right, so we'll basically follow that for now for this episode and possibly do some more episodes as we expand the automation. So, you are a hive mind of a robot ant colony. Follow your instincts to build a thriving settlement. Click the complete button to advance. We'll do. Yeah, we can look around, we can rotate the camera, we can zoom the camera, amazing. We can also place the queen and wait for her to land. So we've got a little queen button over here. Queen is obviously going to create new ant workers and whatnot for us. So we're going to want to be close to some smaller deposits of metal like this and some food. So probably somewhere in this area makes sense. Ooh, there's some big pieces of metal over here. A rubble deposit. It's going to give us rubble. Barney rubble. Yeah, we got some stuff there too. So I don't know, maybe there's a big supply there. There's a small supply of food here. We'll be able to expand over time. So I'm wondering if maybe, I don't know when we'll need rubble, to be honest. So maybe, yeah, maybe right over here should work for now. We have food and metals kind of nearby. Yeah, so let's do that. Let's grab our queen here, and can we rotate her around or anything like that? No? I'm sure we can, I just don't know how. But that's fine. We'll just plop her down right over here. Oh, there we go. Once we click, we can plop. You'll notice she's got arrows, one coming into her mouth, one coming out her, well, not her mouth. So we're going to need to feed the queen, and then the queen is going to create new bots for us, new ants. So let's place her like that so she's facing towards the food, just to make things a little bit simpler. She's going to come down and land. Here she goes, flying in. Amazing. She's got a few ants on her back to get us started. So we're going to get those guys offloaded. And now you can instruct workers by clicking on them. And you can let them interact with the environment. They will collect materials to drop them off. Workers can walk through obstacles. You'll have to navigate around them. Use the right mouse button to deselect your current active selection. Good stuff. So now we got these little ants over here. We got a sentry ant. They've got walking speed, and then they're going to have some things that they can do. So there's going to be different types of ants that have different things that they're able to do. So right now we've got hauling and foraging for these guys. They also have a lifespan, so that's going to be important for us to keep an eye out on as well. So the initial 4 that we get have infinite lifespan, but the new ones that we will create will have varying levels of life. So we have to keep an eye out on that because they will start to die over time. So the first thing we want to do is follow the tutorial, but we are going to basically want to start setting up a mining and food and foraging routes in order to do that. But just follow the instructions here. We'll go and grab a piece of metal over here. So I'll just click on that. He's going to grab it. He's going to pick it up. Beautiful. We can see if we can drop it down here if we want to. We'll just hit the complete button here. We're going to build a stockpile and a scrap iron in stockpiles. So we can create a stockpile now. So again, this is a building manufacturing game, so let's create a stockpile. So we're going to have lots of stuff we can get over here. And I want to leave a little bit of space, and that plant is a little bit suggestive, so I don't know if we want to be too close to that plant. But we'll put this over here. We can turn it afterwards. Let's turn it like this way. Yeah. And then we are going to click on him, and we're going to tell him to deposit over here. So we're going to click on the arrow, and he's going to send it over here, and he's going to deposit it in there. And now we completed the tutorial. Amazing. Next, he's going to teach us about pathing. So we can create automation and pathing for them to follow. So think of these kind of like scent trails. So they're going to follow these trails, and they're going to perform specific actions based off of which arrows we click on for the different buildings or locales along the route. All right, so we'll get that. We'll get into that immediately. So now we can use trails to create supply chains. So we can start gathering some metal. So when we go in here, we've got trails now. We've got a hauling trail, and we've got an eraser key. So we can create a hauling trail that will start over here. And it's going to take us over there, and it's going to pass through. We can't pass into, but we can pass by here. And we're going to pass by here as well. And we will bring it around like this, and we'll end the loop there. If we make a mistake, we can delete it, and that's fine. We can exit out of there. And now what we can do is we can attach this guy to the route. So he's going to go onto this route. He's going to go around, and as he passes things that he can interact with, he's going to grab it, and he's going to go around. So I've pre-planned this route so that all of these piles will be taken care of, but we can always pick up the route, and we can adjust it a little bit if needed, or add lines to it, and so on. And as we go, we're going to get some additional ability to split routes and join routes and all sorts of things like that. So for the meantime, we can get another ant fella over here. And we can also look to create a stockpile for food as well. So why don't we do that kind of over here? There's a little bit of food there as well, but there's a lot more food over here. There's a ton of food over here. But we're going to want to put this so that we can start feeding our queen. So I don't think, yeah, we don't have the foraging path yet. We got to finish the tutorial. So we'll just leave that for there now. Actually, I got to wait until the tutorial opens up the new options for us. We're tutorial blocked at the moment until we get these guys going. So we can just speed that up by, why can't I move you? Did I click? Oh, I clicked on the queen by accident, I think, yeah. Nope. Oh, I gotta like path him around. Yeah, so there's no like, there's literally no path finding except for the path that you put them on. So they're gonna go around. These will slowly diminish over time. Right, we got 31 in there, so it'll take a little while, and then they'll automatically, I should say, go on to these ones over here. This one is going to require some mining. So this is going to require a unit or an upgrade to our ants here to get that going. Okay, so we've now collected our 10. We're going to hit complete over here. It's going to give us another tutorial. So you can pause. Great, if you ever need to. And so the queen is going to give birth. So we need to build an incubator. That's the next item we're looking at. So population controls here, we can build an incubator. So she's going to have a larvae come out of her in ways we won't describe in too much detail. But essentially we're going to need to place those larvae in an incubator. So we'll get an incubator over here. Right, like so. Yeah, it's going to take up some materials. We might as well get actually 2 of those going, because I think we can safely do that. So you see stuff teleports over there and starts building it nicely. We got those going now as well. And then you can click and drag resources around as needed. Yeah, thank you, game. Good stuff. And buildings can be moved into position. Yeah, great. So we got some tutorials there just to teach us that. I already know all of that, so we'll skip ahead. Next thing we got here is a little larvae has emerged, we'll say. Yeah, he's emerged, all right. Anyways, we're gonna go in, and what we can do at that point then is, we can grab one of these guys. We're gonna bring him over here. He can go in, he can grab that little guy, and he can go over there. So he's going to grab our little friend there. He's going to drop him in this incubation chamber here, and then that will take a little bit of time, and we'll get ourselves a new ant coming out on this yellow dot over here. All right, so let's get him back over there, filling that space up. And now we got our little baby ant. Yeah, so he's not connected to any trails. He's just going to wait there until we give him some instructions. So we'll complete this so that we can get access to the next step here. And now you're going to see we have foraging. So now we can create a foraging path. So we can start by going out here, and we're going to kind of go this way. We're going to want to try to get through as many of these as we can without making it too long initially. We can always change this up later. So we're going to do that. And then what we can do is we can take this path here and we can automate it to join over there. So now he's going to automatically, or anybody coming from these spots here, are going to automatically follow that line, and they're going to start foraging. Great. So we got that going as well. So next, we're going to want to continue to feed the queen. And so the queen needs energy to produce more larvae. Collect energy pods from flowers by using the foraging trail. Feed the queen an energy pod. So that's next. So once we start getting an energy pod here, we can start moving that over. So what I'm going to do is grab you. Oops. I'm going to grab you and add you to this line as well. And then what we can do is we can add a foraging line from here to here and back again. All right, this might not be the neatest or most efficient way. I just wanted to show off the game a little bit, and then we can get into hopefully making efficient pathing and things like that later on. All right, so he's going to go over there and grab that. Because I'm only loading up over here first, he's going to go way back, and he's going to grab one now, and he goes back in here, I believe. Oh, no, he's not. He is not. Okay, so we need to fix that. These are interconnected now, so I didn't mean to do that. So they're going to load up. So he's going to load up here, and then he's going to go here empty-handed, I think. Yeah. Okay, so let's erase that. We'll erase that up. We can instead, what we can do is grab this. Oh. Yeah, we'll let him continue to go there. We're going to grab that like that. All right, and now you can go back onto there. Okay, it's a little bit of a long path, but that's okay. We'll fix that up later on. My plan was to first load up this and then have them move from there, but I think I need a couple other pieces here before I can do that properly. So we'll just do it that way for now. But yeah, now these guys are going to come this way. He's going to come over here, and then he's going to feed it up. I don't think there's a way to speed up the game. I think we can only push pause. So yeah, so he's going to feed our lady friend over here. Our lady friend is now going to spit out another little buddy over here. If we can complete that tutorial. And yeah, so we need to like a continuous flow in here, because these little guys, yeah, there's energy levels here for how much we can support. And yeah, we're going to need to continue doing that. Because the important thing to note is this little guy over here has a timer. So his lifespan will eventually end, unfortunately. So once that ends, he just dies. So we need to like continuously be making new ones all the time. So that means we're going to then send somebody over here, and we'll do a hauling path from here to here to here and back. And we'll get you on that hauling path, and he should go ahead and pick up that little guy, bring him over there, and he'll go around in this little circle indefinitely while we feed Mama. And Mama will spit out another. And that's why I made two initially. So hopefully that these guys will immediately go out. And because we've got this hooked up, he's going to immediately go out and start foraging again. So now we've got our little bit of automation there, at least going for those guys. Yeah, and he should start going out there. And yeah, he's going to start feeding the queen. You'll also see here, this first pile is gone now, so we can make some adjustments here. Maybe add... We need to, like, move this over a little bit. Just to kind of start grabbing that one later on automatically. This is also almost full, I guess. No, capacity is 160, so we're okay there. It just looks full. Okay. So he's going to keep going there. We need to get more ants on here that will speed his up and make him a little bit more efficient. But probably better to keep one of the permanent guys over here just because otherwise he'd be dying and there'd be nobody handling the babies. So we'll get that going. Okay, so we completed that. Now it's going to talk us about stockpiles. So we can use dispensers next. Okay, so it's just telling us all about the dispensers there, which is great. Amazing. So we've got those two circuits going. It now wants us to build a smelter and create some iron blocks in the stockpiles. So from this stockpile, we can now create our first production line. So we can go into production here, and we've got a smelter over here. And so we can create a smelter. I don't know if we need these green things for anything later on. I'm not 100% sure. But let's stick this over here for now. That's going to grow. Then we can create a dispenser that will connect to that one there, and we'll just kind of connect it over here for now. All right. Oh, did I not do that right? Hang on. Maybe we gotta do it this way. Place dispenser. Okay. So that's now available over here. Excellent. And then similarly, we can draw a trail going from here to here, and then over to here, and sorry, back to here. And there we can create a storage location for these things. Cool. And we can adjust this if we need to, I believe, as well. Yeah, we can just like adjust that, just make sure it's on that path. Oops. Good stuff. So now we got our first little mini area here to start going and building ourselves some blocks and things like that. I think we need to tell this what to, yeah, we need to tell this what to create, so it's going to smelt iron. And then we can grab one of these guys and we can attach him over here. Okay. And as you can see, our first little dude has now passed. Unfortunately, he died of old age, so his corpse will stay there. I don't know how long the corpse stays there, but the corpse will be there. But we're continually adding to the workforce now. And that's just determined by how quickly we can get food over to Mama. All right, so now this guy is working on this. So you can see he's bringing one in. He's going to wait until it's done. And then he's going to bring it over to the next state here where it'll be stored. All right, I believe these can also have dispensers. Or no, they can't. No, these won't have. So these ones always have to be fed to an ant after. Good stuff. All right, so food population is growing. This guy, yeah, he's doing all right. I don't know why he's gray and the other ones are red. Maybe it's to indicate his age. I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess that's what it is, just to indicate that he's a bit older. He's a mature fella. But yeah, the food line is growing in capacity, which means we're getting more folks out here. Once we get through this, it will allow us to start building other things that will allow us to like split these and start sending folks in different directions along the path as well. So we'll let this fill in and we'll come back once we have 5 more iron blocks created here. And we'll check out the next step of the tutorial. Okay, so we're just waiting for the last block to hit here, so it'll go into our stockpile. You can see the population has grown quite a bit. We're stage 2 now, so we have up to 25 as our max population because Mama's getting fed pretty well right now. So a good number of folks coming down there, but we did get those 10 in there, so we can complete that. And now we can use the iron to build a workshop. So now we get another production facility here. We get a workshop, so we can create that, and that will allow us to create more complex goods. So similarly, we can throw that over here for now. That's going to get built. And then similarly, from before, we can create a dispenser for this. And I'm just doing this separately for now. I think probably later on we'll get a little more complex. But this will dispense over here into here. And then we'll have another storage location over here, I guess, for that. All right, just for now. And then once we get a little more technology, we'll make this a little bit more fluid. All right, so we got that going now as well. Over here, we can now choose a recipe, so we can make screws or we can make iron plates. Let's see what the tutorial wants us to do. It wants us to create 2 iron plates and 2 or 5 screws. So we'll make screws first, and then what we're gonna do is we'll grab one of these little guys and we'll throw him on this path as well. So we gotta kind of like path him over to it. So I do kind of wish that they had at least some intelligence to just kind of like find a spot when you pointed at it, but you have to tell them exactly the path to take, unfortunately. But he'll go there, and he's going to go on there. I should have added him to this part, but that's fine. He'll go in, he'll grab from the dispenser a cube, he'll go in there, he'll wait for it to be created, and he'll bring that over there. Now, I'm not sure if we can have 2 dispensers or not. We can try that out. I actually don't know if that's the case. It looks like we can. So we can have 2 dispensers so that we can actually create another production facility over here for our other items. All right, so we still need more blocks there. That's fine. We're getting that done. And similarly, we'll create a storage over here for those, and then we'll start getting that done too. All right, so just nice short routes there. And this one will be, once it's ready, we'll make iron plates. I completely lost my train of thought there for a second. So that's going here. You'll see now too, we're overfeeding, so we're starting to get a surplus of food over here, which is good. And these guys are moving at a good pace, which is great as well. We're gonna grab one of those folks to come over. The one thing you'll have to remember, obviously, is these little guys die after a while. So the next thing we're gonna have to do is start making these paths so that they split up, so that we have kind of a enough people going in every direction and feeding into all these different lines. Good stuff. So he is still grabbing. Yeah, he's got 2 piles to work off of there, which is good. We are now manufacturing over here. Unfortunately, did our little guy pass away? No, he's still there. He's only got 43 seconds left, though, so he's not going to be super useful for very long. We will grab another one to get in over here. And over here, we are going to change this to iron plates. Yes. All right, so he's going to start collecting that there. We're obviously going to need to expand and get like volumes increased on all of this, but I kind of feel like we need the splitters and whatnot to do that in any sort of efficient manner and figure out how to do that the best way. Just because these guys will wait. So they stop, they'll pick up an item and they'll stop and wait here. So I can't send another ant down this path until he's moved on. So what we don't want to do is have just a whole bunch of ants just kind of lining up waiting all the time. That'd be pretty inefficient. And the other thing we're going to notice too is that we are starting to have collected all of our food supplies as well. So we're going to need to start expanding this lane out a little bit to make sure it's hitting new locales wherever possible. Good stuff. So that is happening there. And so you can see now we have dividers and we have counter gates, a logic gate that keeps track of the amount of ants on any consecutive trails. Ants will enter until the assigned number are reached. Yeah, so that's something new I don't think they had in the demo. But we'll have dividers, so we can say, hey, 50% go this way, 50% go that way. And then we'll also have a counter to say, hey, we only want 10 ants on this line. And then it will block them from going. So we'll play around with those ones next. But this is a good start. So we're going to build out all these things. We're going to get our stockpiles built up here. To get some folks going over there. So what we're going to do then is we are going to go into our trails here. We're going to delete and let him go. We're going to delete this out now. Because what we basically want to do is... Oh, hello tutorial. Yeah, we're going to just skip past that for now. What we're going to want to do is make some dividers. And we are... maybe we should bring these in together. Yeah, I know that's an X. We're fine. And we're going to put a divider here. And a divider there. And then one divider is going to go back into that food train. And another divider is going to start supplying our various trains over here. So, because I think we basically want it like that. We kind of want it like 50-50 going. We want a lot of folks going for food. We don't need as many going to these other systems yet. So if we go over here, let's see if we can figure out the best way to make a system. Right, so we're going to have factories. We want to move these factories. So let's move this factory over here. Right, we'll have it like this. We're going to move this factory as well. Maybe we should... Do we need to pause? Maybe we'll pause. Let's pause for a second here. Let's see if we can figure this out. So we're going to put this over here. Right, like so. Right now, this is our only refiner, so this is taking these metal pieces here and it's making it into these blocks, and these blocks are feeding both of these factories. So both of these factories need blocks. Right now we have two of these guys going on. This is the exit port for this storage. So what we're going to want to do is move this over here. Like so. Right. We may also want to move this other one over. I'm not sure. Not sure the best way to go about this. Let's try out a few things. Right. So we got these. So the ants are going to need to come and grab a block of metal over here. They're going to move to a factory. Right. And then they're going to need to wait there for the item, and then they're going to need to come to a move over to a storage location. So maybe move this over a little bit. I don't know if we need both of these. We might just need the one. Let's see if we can do it with the one right now. Let's delete this. Let's move this over here, and we're going to put a splitter coming from here and one going there, right? So now when we go to hauling, we have this track here is going to go down here. One of those ants is going to go from this side to here, and another one is going to go from here to here, right? From there, they then have to go off to their individual storage locations, which we already have over here. So we're going to grab these. I think we have to go into the build mode here. So this one's got our plates on it. So we're going to move this, and we're going to say designate this for plates. over here. Right? Doesn't need to be perfect, but we'll just kind of put that over there. Right? And then we're going to take this one and we're going to move it. We'll just move this. Can I fit this in here? Yeah, I can. Okay, let's fit that in there. Right? Let's maybe make this a little more nice. Right? Eventually we'll probably need to expand these out and have more of them, but for now, this should be fine. So let's now, hauling trail goes here to here, and then it goes back to here. So that's one little circuit there, and then we do the same thing over here. It goes here to here, and then he goes back to there. The other thing we're going to want to test out is we're going to want to have only a few ants on here, I think, right? So this is where we can try to counter gate out. Yeah, thank you, tutorial. I'm just going to skip through that. But yeah, we'll get a sense of how that works, right? So counter gate can go over somewhere here. And we can say, if we put that over here as an example, I don't know how these will work. So counter gate can go up to any number up to 50 ants. And I don't think we want more than like 4 ants at any point on here because these are so slow at the moment. We can change that later on. But at the moment, I don't think we want more than that. Which means that from here, we would basically split them off back there. Does that make sense? Let's let that ride and see what happens here, right? So it's letting through a few. One's going to grab, and then it's going to switch, and they're going to go. There is a bit of a holding line here. There isn't enough metal yet for any of this. Right? So and we haven't told this thing what to do. It's not doing anything. Or it needs more. It needs more to go. Okay. So that's fine. There are 5 ants on here, though, so I don't quite know why that's the case. Yeah, there's more ants on here than we want there to be. So we'll figure that out in a second. Next thing we want to do is get more ants collecting over here. And then we want to get more ants refining over here. So let's try to see if we can figure this out too. Right, so from here, we want another splitter. And yeah, we're gonna have stuff go over there. Let's clean this up here. Let's just get rid of these. And this is probably not going to be very efficient, this is me experimenting and trying things out. So we're going to get dividers there, right? One is just going to kind of go over and connect over here so that we can continue to get this going. We're going to move, no, we want to move this. Can I move it? How do I move it? No, I don't want to, yeah, I just want to grab it, yeah. Alright, I just want to kind of... I'm trying to get to this one, but it's not really letting me in. It's saying that conflicts over there. Okay, that's fine. We will get those moving. We will get this moving as well, if we can. Can I not... I need another node here. So we need to put like another node. And then we can... Yeah, that's fine. Can I put another node here? Okay, no I can't. I want to, like, make a node here. How do I make another node? I don't know. It's not letting me do what I want to do. Alright. Right, we'll do that. Okay, we'll just do that, and we'll delete that. Okay, so just we want to make sure that they're going out that way. Right, so now the new guys, some will go down to the food track and others will go to the metal over here. And then we'll update that as these ones run out. Okay, next thing we need to do now is figure this out. So we're gonna go Here, we're going to move this guy over a little bit. Good news is these can be as far as we want away, so we can make space to move things around. But what we're going to do for now is go back to the trails. We're going to delete these trails, and then we are going to make another smelter. Definitely going to need another smelter. All right, so we'll put another smelter somewhere over here. All right, let's move that over a little bit. All right, those can all go into there. And then we're going to want to grab a hauling. Here we want a splitter. Right, so one to go here and one to go there. And so one guy is going to go here to here to here. And another guy is going to go here to here. And then back around like that. And then we want these guys to come and join this path over here. It's a little bit convoluted. We'll probably figure out a way to clean that up after, but let's see how this works for now. Right, so I'm going to unpause. And we'll see if this works. We need to tell this guy to get onto that track there. And I think, actually, if we pause, we want like that, right? We want it to split 3 ways here. The next thing we probably want to do is add another population component here. Like that. And then we'll add a hauling trail here. Delete that one. And then we can add another trail from here. Oops. From there to there. Right? Yeah. The other thing we want to figure out is the food. Because right now this is pretty inefficient, so we see a lot of guys coming through and they're not grabbing anything. So we're going to want to figure that out as well. We've also completed this tutorial, so we'll click that. And then it's letting us know about upgrading workers to enhance their lifespan. And so we can build combiners, so we can combine 2 ants together, which will make a better ant, basically. All right, but for now, we're just trying to check to see if this is working for us. It is not. Yeah, so over here, we kind of messed this up, right? We got to move. We have to delete that. And we've got to make it go here instead. Same with this. We've got to delete this one. And we got to make it go to here. Right? Because they're not going back to pick anything up. They're just kind of floundering. Yeah, okay, so that's its own little closed circuit there. Yeah, we definitely don't want more ants on there because they're not going to be super efficient because they got to wait. Right? We really don't want more on there at the moment. Some of these guys are going to pass away though, so I'll just kind of leave it for now. And I'm just kind of curious how this works. I don't know if I've got this set up properly. So if these guys are going here, he's going here. 50% of the time he's going to go there. But I don't think the other 50%, but I don't know if this works in tandem or not. So we'll have to see how that behaves. Because right now there's more than we need on there. So it's not sending anybody out. But once one of these ones unfortunately passes away, we might see that change. Meanwhile, over here, I realized I did the same problem over here. Yeah, I did the same thing. Oh, actually, this is completely wrong. So hang on. We got this going all sorts of wrong. So these guys should be going Yeah, same thing as the other one here, right? We got to come back here, and then they got to get redistributed onto the track, and same thing here. This is going to get redistributed onto the track so that they can go through. Or actually, these guys need to come over here first, don't they? Yeah, hang on. So this is going this way. They're gonna go this way. Right? That should be fine. You guys can go onto there. Okay, so over here, feels like we probably have too many ants working on this as well. So this is where we can try doing another counter gate over here to limit to maybe like 4 or 5 for now until we add more refiners, right? And this will be, yeah, I think 4 is fine, right? Okay. Is that, did I have that set up right? So this is going this way right now. He's gonna stop and wait there. Okay, so that's the only problem now, is he's gonna kind of stop and wait there. So I don't know if I've set these up correctly or not. Because we do want more coming this way, but what is happening here? I think that just needs to be moved. That just needs to be moved. All right. Oh, one of these is going the wrong way. Hang on. Pause again. One of those is going the wrong way. Okay. Okay, so this should be fine now. They will all grab from there. I guess there's not really any need to have them going to like all of these because they're just kind of waiting. So unless we split them, right? So I guess the more efficient track would be to split these out into each individual pile so we can get all the piles evenly, right? That would make more sense there. So we can try figuring that out too. Meanwhile, over here we have a big backlog. Yeah, so this is not working as intended. So let's delete this. So we're gonna have a lot of ants going over here. I don't know. Might have to. Yeah, I'm not sure how to work that with a switch, right? Other without backing everything up. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. This one seems to be working, I'm not sure. I have 4 ants on here still. Some ants have died, so this is repopulated. So I think this one's working correctly. This one I didn't have set up right. Not 100% sure. I'll have to keep an eye on that. We'll see if this keeps populated at 4, and then we'll try to set up this one the same way. Because right now it's just there's too many. Right, but I could add more refineries here as well to get more iron going. In the meantime, I think this could be a little bit more efficient as well. So we could split these up at this point so that they all go to the different piles, because as these piles get emptied out, they're basically just kind of still pulling from the first pile each time. So if we pause again, let's play around here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 piles going on here. So if we were to just said go like this, right, and say have 4 different offshoots going here, we're going to delete all of these. Right, we're going to delete all of those for now. Going to delete all of that. So they're going to come off these 4 shoots. We're going to send 1 shoot to go pick up here. Right, we're going to send another shoot to go and pick up over here. And then we're going to send another chute to go and pick up over there. And yet another one to go and pick up over here. And then each of these will then need to be basically connected like that. Right? So that we can kind of basically get them all going that way. Right? And now we can assign them all to the correct paths here. Good stuff. You can go onto this path. You can go onto this path as well. And do we have anybody else who's not assigned here? Yeah, you can go there. And we've got you over here. You're not assigned anything there as well. Okay. So I think we got that figured out a little bit better now. So it'll be a bit more efficient. And we can do the same thing for the food. Right? So we'll have everybody come to a point here, and then we'll spread them out that way. So that they're a little bit more efficient. The food regrows. So we just need to create like a few lines that go through all the food areas that we need. Right? So I think this is the only one that is causing some inefficiencies. This is working as intended. So it looks like we need to set it up like this. So if we delete this line and this line, and then right, that looks the same now. And then we say in this one here, oops, I don't know how many were distributed there, but that, because this one seems to be fine, right? There's 3 guys working on there. We'll see now if this will activate or not. There's still 4 guys working on here. That's the number we have. Right, so this will stay closed until it goes below 4. Right, because we got way too many folks over here. But we could add a refinery. So why don't we add a refinery? And we have the combiners as well, so we'll deal with that in a second. So we can add another refinery over here to make use of all these ants that are going on out here. And so we'll get another trail here to go out this way and come back that way. Right, and then you send a couple folks on that road. Right, because they gotta wait before they can bring that in. But they can, yeah, they can coalesce over here properly. Good stuff. Okay. So that should hopefully sort itself out in a little bit. Over here, these guys are about to die. So that's no good. But that's, that's life. That is life. All right, so now we can try to adjust this area here. So let's pause it again. I'm going to delete this foraging line and see if we can get this a little bit more efficient this time around, right? So we'll do kind of something similar that we did in the other spot. We'll kind of do like 4 is probably good. We'll do a foraging line here. So 1 will come out this way. And then 1 will come out this way. And then another one will go through here. Oops. Oh, there's one little node open there. That away, and then another one will try to take all of this stuff here. Right? And then we basically connect these together and make a return route That probably comes like this way instead. Right, and then we can essentially delete that. And now we just need to go in and get these guys, anybody who's on here, onto these roots. Like so. Are you on a root okay already? Yeah, there's an extra little node there I gotta fix. So we'll get this going here. Yeah, because there's a weird... That's the old return route, that's why. Okay. So you can go... You can go direct to there, right? So you can go there as well. And then we just need to fix this little route here that got broken to go that direction now instead. Right, that all seems to make sense, I think. So did we miss anybody? That's fine, yeah, you just go in there, it's fine. Look at all the dead ants. I wonder if we can use these materials for something else later, I don't know. We can reclaim some of the materials used in the spawning of our folks. I'm not sure. It'd be nice if we had some way to see our people a bit clearly so we could see if we have idle ants anywhere. It would be good. Okay, but I think that's a little more efficient now. Can we see, is this still working appropriately? Yeah, it looks like it. We just got a fresh ant there, so I think that's working as expected now. Right, these guys are slowly dying off, but we've got enough of them going there now that it doesn't matter. The other thing I don't know how to do is if, like do we need a line on each of these to say, hey, only one ant per line? Or does it matter? I don't know. It's just not as efficient as I would like it to be. In any case, these guys are starting to run out of stuff to get. We have random ant over here. We'll go over there. So we're going to need to start... Can I grab this? Yeah. Going to need to try getting some more stuff here. We have more piles over here, so what we'll likely need to do is just redirect all of these in a moment. Alright, what's your problem, bud? Go on out there. If you move the lines while they're underneath them, they don't like it too much. Alright, so you can go here. And then over there. This one here, yeah, you can go there. And we will basically move this all the way over here. Good? What's your problem? Yeah, get on there. Okay, so we're just gonna redirect these ones over here as well. And that should get our pile going. Right, so we still have some space there. We might need to get an additional one, but I think we're using it fast enough that it's okay. Good stuff. Okay, so I think we got all that stuff fairly well automated at this point. So this is a pretty good start. So the next thing we'll be able to do now is go into the population piece, and we'll be able to start doing combiners, which is going to give us new types of ants that we can build out. So I think that's what we'll tackle in the next episode. The other thing we're going to have to be aware of as well is just where do we go next for expanding our metal producing, because I think it'll be a little while before we can start taking these big iron deposits down. So this is going to have to change frequently in order to get all these little bits and bobs everywhere. But I think we've got the system knocked out. It's just going to be a matter of moving people around to the right spots. The other thing I'm not sure of is if we've got enough spawning pools here to get this going. Like, Queenie is making these basically right away. So we might want to get another ant on here. Like, these are just always full. Could maybe use another ant on here. Let's put another ant on here. Alright, that should help with our population. Because it seems like if the timing is right, we get all 3 of these full at the same time, and then as he's picking up another one, yeah, I think that works pretty well. Good stuff. We have a good amount of supplies over here now being created. This all seems to be working pretty well. Good times. So we'll keep an eye out on this. We have this storage is about full, actually, so we're going to need another storage. So let's just take care of that first so that we can make sure we're storing all of this appropriately, so we can get another stockpile in somewhere in here. Can I actually put it to connect here? I don't think so. Okay. Would that work? Yeah, that seems to work. So they go here. If it's full, they're going to move on. They'll come here. They'll drop it off. Yeah. Okay. And then they go back on their route. Okay, so that works. Good stuff. Okay, we got that sold out, but I think that's a good place to stop for now. And then we'll come back and we'll start working on, upgrading our ants. But now we have pretty good supply of everything. We're fully automated amongst everything, and we're just kind of building up our stockpile of ingredients. So good stuff there. Anyways, this has been Microtopia. Thanks for joining. Make sure you like down below, and let me know if you are liking this one. We'll do a couple more episodes of this, depending on how folks take to this series of this game. But I do enjoy these kind of factory building automation games, so we'll play a few more episodes and get some more deeply into this game. But as always, thanks. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.